Well, NVIDIA's stock is up almost 4%. Jim, what's the most recent information you've learned from your numerous on-air and off-air discussions with many of the attendees of Dreamforce this week and those you've simply encountered in the San Francisco area? Well, I believe we can hear Lisa Su's AMD remarks. Look, NVIDIA has an unbeatable lead, but there's room for two because there is so much business, she told me. I'm constantly receiving more and more demands. And the huge big joke here is that some people actually do have Blackwell, and it will be either Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk because, as you may recall, Jensen Huang had just gotten pretty upset about who gets his chips last week. David, I've never seen anything like this. You know what? It's like they're scalping him. Yes, and that's not good. Scalping is nothing new to him. However, the majority of people just state that Jensen Asterisk is Asterisk AI. No one has joined his orbit. We're waiting for others to do so. Last night, that stock fell in value. It fell apart. As though it were some kind of small-cap margarine, margarine, a knife through margarine. It went from 15 to 13. Yes, have a look at it. However, it's higher now. It's clear that we have an S&P Carl. That's a brand new record on the S&P. Yes, this is a record high, and I believe the Dow is at almost 42,000 as well. NVIDIA is the one to keep an eye on. Previously up 3.5%, it is now up 5%. Other than the fact that the long knife has been out for it because some believe Jensen can't possibly retain the strength, there was nothing wrong with NVIDIA. We're trying, I guess. I'm also interested in NVIDIA. It hasn't yet reached a higher peak than the last one, Thus, it is unquestionably still in this sideways position. Therefore, until we have a few more days of follow-through, I suppose I will hold off on making a determination about whether this is, a shift in the nature of this market that has been shifting away from technology. Well, let me say this. When you look at the AI complex, I believe that people are constantly wondering when NVIDIA will make a move. When is NVIDIA going to move? Does NVIDIA have a poor chart? Last night, I was asked if I thought NVIDIA's chart was poor. How does the chart look? Jim, tell me what you said to them there. I don't know, I answered. The business is doing a great job, in my opinion. That frequently affects the chart. Yes, Jim. By the way, Russell Year was up 26.4% yesterday, the largest annual gain in a number of years. Jim, who claimed that small-cap stocks were underperforming megacaps, told me yesterday that perhaps this rate path might not be as dovish as the bond market or some individuals believe. Look, Ed is right on the money. He would come to that conclusion. What I believe is going on is that some of the megas are experiencing certain things right now, while others are not. Tesla seems to be re-accelerating, in my opinion. According to Amazon, if you look at the FedEx queues, you'll discover that e-commerce is more powerful than they initially believed. For Amazon, that reads really good. Keep in mind that they aren't customers, but I truly enjoy Amazon's one-for-one approach. Well, there are a few things that I truly believe are positive. I believe that the Apple debut will be quite successful. Tim Cook looked great this morning, I must say. Effective folks usually make me smile when we take selfies and converse. In actuality, though, it serves as a reminder of how much the business is adored. Then, David, let's save the finest for last. Yes, David, what do you have? Weo. Moo. I no longer desire a person. I'd like a WH. Jim, why is that? Because they are emotionless. Chit-chat is not what they desire. They are unwilling to inquire about my well-being. Eagles are not discussed. All they do is drive. Nothing is hit by them. They'd appear completely unwary. You are not questioned about NVIDIA. They also don't wear the eagles. Therefore, you sit there and leave, not me. And what do you know? They have cameras everywhere, so they'll find you, by the way, unless I jump into the trunk, which they can find. It seems like a more safer and more enjoyable experience. I don't detest Google as much now that I'm all in on WHMO. Fascinating. All right, so if you had the chance to order an Uber without a driver, which two cities would it be in? Austin and, well, which other city was it? Atlanta. Atlanta. Would you? Would you? Yes, without question. No, I'm sick of people. Yes, I am. Salesforce's AI agents are really courteous and treat you like a human, which is why I want them. I was also treated humanely by Liu. Once more, I want to be treated like a human. Bots with artificial intelligence are the only thing that can treat you like a human. David, they regard you with the same deference that we did as children. Do you recall those times? Well, the bots were brought up by excellent parents who were considerate and well-versed in etiquette. But don't fear. AI might also accept your wish to eradicate humans. Who knows then? We could, and still could, contribute much to the infrastructure. Yes, we can. What would that be? We might function as tiny energy-producing pods. No, but in the morning they might need to bring us coffee. If you would like more refinements, please let me know. The topic of humanoid robots and their implications is being discussed extensively. No, they aren't. Only you. The only person who discusses them is you. Actually, they are really significant since I need friends. I'd rise really early. No one is available to speak with. My spouse tells me to stop talking. You see a robot asking you, "Have you seen Boeing today?" as you head downstairs. Boeing? I ask. So awful. I am aware. And what will they do? The guy said, "Do you know how much Dono got after making, I believe, about $30? As in, I understand. Is it not unbelievable? 100 million, I mean. I want that. Okay, I want a robot that comes to grab me at 3 in the morning. Not like listen to B in 7th when you go downstairs. A machine? What about a robot that can also work on you, stretch you, and prepare you for the day? I have a pretty wonderful boyfriend named Jim. However, I do mean a robot. Robots can belong to other humans. The truth is that Jensen Huang, remember, I haven't mentioned his name in the show, states that they will have a human appearance. This implies that, David, they could enter and tell you to wear a white shirt and no tie. Put on a jacket that is flammable. Enter there and discuss your friend's comments about Jeff's good health. At the moment, they are unable to come up with enterprise apps that will thrill everyone. That might change in a very short time. David, good health. Do you recall? When such occurs, you should always say health. Jim, David, say what? David, well. Jim, in agreement. Wellness. It will aid us in the creation of new drugs. It takes a long time, therefore we can't. Furthermore, Big Pharma is not supporting it. David, as you mentioned, the call centers are immediately altering those. Jim, definitely, you must. You recall that you used to always say, I want to speak to a human. What do you call? The day is over. David, I would like to talk to an agent. Jim, that's for sure. NVIDIA, on the other hand, is the industry leader in AI. According to my next guest, NVIDIA is still a good investment at this price. Let's introduce Ivana Delisa, the founder and chief investment officer of Spear Invest. Make the argument then. At these prices, why should I still prefer NVIDIA? Ivana, thank you for having me, Taylor. A significant cycle of data infrastructure upgrades is just getting started. Therefore, we think that updating our current data centers to this accelerated processing technology will need a large investment. Furthermore, all we've actually seen